Hello, welcome to Applesauce Benchwarmers. My name is Ryan, and it's just me this week. So Kirby is not here. We both started up school, so it's been a little bit busy because I don't go to school in the same town as him, so we can't film during the week or anything. But this week's been busy. We filmed some other applesauce stuff the other day that you'll see soon, maybe. I don't know. But, so we've been working on some other stuff, so we unfortunately couldn't make this together this weekend. So he did the other one by himself because I was sick. So I'm doing this one by myself, and it's going to be really good. Um, it'll be okay. So, I don't have Kirby's predictions for this week. I do have his predictions from last week, so we can still talk about those. But, I'm going to ask him to leave them in the description. So if you want to see his predictions, go down into the description. They're down there for the conference championship games, and hopefully they're there. I don't know. So we can get started now, and this is the instant replay. And here's my screen. Boom. There it is. Oh, my mouse got big. So trying to think what I got to watch. I watched at least most of the Chiefs Texans game. I watched Eagles Rams, and I watched most of Bills Ravens, I think. I didn't get to watch Commanders Lions, of course. The best one of the entire week, but that's okay. So so the first game, Texans Chiefs. It's sad. I don't really want the Chiefs to keep being successful. Not because I don't like them, but because I'm sick of it. It's kind of like Tom Brady. It's a little bit too much. So they did win. They beat the Texans 23-14. We both got this game right. I don't think either of us necessarily wanted to make that pick, but we kind of had to. Just because the Chiefs really are having a good season. Even though Patrick Mahomes isn't playing his best football, he's still Patrick Mahomes. And Andy Reid is still Andy Reid. So no matter who's on the team, it's going to get coached well. They've had injuries, like they lost Rashee Rice, who was having a great season, until Patrick Mahomes literally speared his leg and broke it in a million places. No, I don't think that happened. I really don't know what happened, but so they're injured, and they lost Tyreek Hill obviously, but Kelsey's getting older. Doesn't matter. They're still the Chiefs, so they took this one home. Not really a surprise. Now the next game, Commanders Lions, I was shocked. I could not believe it. I can't believe, you go into Detroit. Not that the Commanders are bad, it's just the Lions are really good. You go into Detroit against arguably the best team in the NFL, and you beat them by 14 points. How does that happen? The Commanders did it. Jaden Daniels did it. I think he's clearly the best rookie quarterback from this class. I think he's the best rookie from this class. He's incredibly valuable, and I think the Commanders have a bright future with him if he wants to stay in Washington. And the way that it's looking right now, they're treating him like a king. So he probably will. Neither of us took the Commanders because, I remember, because I just listened to it, we said it's really sad, but the Commanders don't have a chance. So clearly we were incorrect. Not that we thought the Lions were all that. I don't know. I mean, it would have been a hard choice, but I probably would have picked... If the Rams would have won, I would have picked the Lions. But Eagles, I probably would have taken the Eagles over the Lions anyway. Commanders played out of their mind. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. I'm really glad that he has a quarterback that... Not that, I'm a Steelers fan, but, it's nice to see people like Terry McLaurin who've just had crappy quarterbacks their whole career actually get a good quarterback who throws them the ball. So Commanders took this one by 14, 45-31. Neither of us took the Commanders. I don't think you could have predicted that one. I don't think I've seen anybody take the Commanders, so good for them. I think I'm willing to say that Applesauce Benchwarmers is happy that happened. Okay, so this is where it really matters because it was Rams Eagles. I made a bold prediction last week. and I said that the Rams were going to win, and that everyone was going to cry tears of joy when it happened, and they lost. The Eagles looked pretty good. So did the Rams. The weather didn't help. About halfway through the game, it started to snow pretty bad. Hey, there it is. There he goes. So that makes it tough. Obviously, you're in Philadelphia. That's a hard atmosphere to play in. I picked it more as like, you don't want to pick the same things every week. And I thought this was the most likely upset to happen. Not that it was gonna happen, but if any upset was gonna happen, I thought it would be this one. It didn't work out. I mean, that's how it goes. It's just the Eagles are really good, and the Rams being in the playoffs is awesome, but you can't be disappointed that you made the playoffs and you made it out of the first round when you're, 10-7, you're a good team, but you're not to the Eagles standards. Like, you don't have the defense that they have. You don't have Saquon rushing for 200 yards. Like, Kyron Williams is good, but he's not Saquon. So, I did take the Rams here. Kirby took the Eagles. The Eagles won 28-22. And then the last game, Bills-Ravens. Obviously really close. Mark Andrews dropped that 2-point conversion. Would have sent it to overtime. Which is, I don't care. I'm glad the Ravens lost. So, whatever. I don't really care. Good for them. Good for the Bills. They probably would have won in overtime, assuming they can hold the Ravens. Like, I think if the Bills win the toss, they score, and if they don't win the toss, they get the ball back and still score. So, good for the Bills. They won 27-25. It's hard to root for any North team, being a Steelers fan, so I don't want the Ravens to win. I don't care if the Ravens have my favorite players in the league on their team. They should lose. I hope they lose every single game next year, and they get into the playoffs just so they can lose one more. I hope that the NFL just wants, they want them to go 0-18 next year. So yeah, Bills 27, Ravens 25. I think I said that already. We both took the Bills, so Kirby won this week. I'm dumb, and I took the Rams. Oops. Oh well. So yeah, I don't know. Let me think. We have this episode about the conference championship, and then we'll have next episode talking about those games and then predicting the Super Bowl. And then we'll have one after the Super Bowl. And then I don't know what schedule we're going to do just because there's not going to be news every week. I'm assuming we'll still do it sometimes. It won't be a weekly thing. It'll probably be like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, something like that. But, I really liked making this podcast. It's a lot of fun because I love football and I love making stuff. And I get to do both at the same time. Talk about football with my buddy, even though he's not here now. Rest in peace. He's not dead. He's sleeping. He has work at 7 a.m. And I don't. So joke's on him. Okay. Well, that was the instant replay. And now it's time for the roundup. I don't have anything to talk about. We can pull up the NBA. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. How are we doing? 12. Whoa. James Harden, 38 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. Norman Powell, 31 points and 6 rebounds. Kawhi with a nice 18, 4, and 3. Big Zoo, 12 and 9 rebounds. That's pretty good. Man, Harden, I don't think Harden had a good last game for us. I didn't get to watch it. Oh, we did win against the Clippers, or against the Wizards. I feel like he didn't play great. No, he had a triple-double. Maybe I'm thinking of the game before that. Let's see here. Why is this it? What? That can't be right. Hold on. Why does it show like 10 people played? Was that all? Whoa, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I want box score, I guess. This was our team? Where was everybody? I didn't watch this game. Shout out Derek Jones Jr. Still taking. Okay, yeah, but they had Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and we took them to overtime. Dude. I mean, they didn't have Al Horford or Porzingis or Drew Holiday, but our starting five was Derek Jones Jr., Mo Bamba, Terrence Mann, Amir Coffey, and Kevin Porter Jr. Bones Highland played. Kobe Brown played 38 minutes in this game. Are you kidding me? Who? Okay, Derek Jones 29, Amir Coffey 24, Kevin Porter 26. Terrence Mann, I love you, but you need to like do anything. Assists are good. Like, come on, man. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but either way, that was just a shock. I didn't know that. Uh, okay. Let's look at the standings real quick. I hate this stupid Google layout. It's ugly. Let's see. Standings. Here we go. Not overall. What? Oh. Okay, this is what I want. I accept. So yeah, Cavs on top. They actually just lost to the Thunder the other day, who, if you're going to pick two teams to be the best right now, at least regular season wise, it's Cleveland and it's Oklahoma City. So, come on, man. Let me make sure I'm still, yeah. Okay, the Cavs are really good, 36-9. Celtics right behind, 32-14. The Knicks, they traded for Karl-Anthony Towns in the offseason. I think there was a little bit of doubt. Not that they were going to be bad, but you trade away, the problem was they traded for Mikal Bridges, and it was like, oh, the Villanova Knicks, because it was Brunson and Josh Hart and Dante DiVincenzo were already on the Knicks, and then they traded for Mikal Bridges, and those four played together at Villanova. They were on their, I don't know how many years they played together. Probably just one. I'm assuming they all got drafted first after their first year. But either way, they're like best friends. And then you trade Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to the Timberwolves for Cat. And it's like, gee, that's a little sad. So there was a little bit of doubt here. I don't know. I just guess chemistry-wise, but I mean, clearly it's working out. Also, I just noticed Cavs are on a 3-game losing streak. Who have they played? Wait. This is upcoming. Let's see it all. Okay. Here we go. Why are we so far back? I should not be doing this by myself. I'm way too, come on, man. I'm way too, off topic, but that's okay. They lost to the Rockets, the 76ers, and the Rockets again. Man. Okay, well, the Rockets are a tough team. The 76ers are honestly lacking, for lack of a better term. Lacking. But still, that's a game that you probably should win. And I understand losing once to the Rockets, but that's something you should probably split, Give me 1 second. Let me pause. Okay, sorry, I'm back. What were we talking about? I don't know. But either way, yeah, Bucks. Man, that's a huge difference in games played. I wonder why the Bucks are so low. And the Wizards are on the bottom because they stink. Great. See, OKC out west, 36-8. And that's what I was saying about the Rockets. They're a tough team. They are a really good team. Very young, scrappy. They have 50 guards, which is not great. But they're a good team. I really like them. I mean, I don't think they're championship favorites or anything. I honestly, they're the 2 seed, but I would take Memphis and Denver over them. But still, good for them. Like I said, Memphis I think is really good. Ja Morant, he's legit, even though he like doesn't like to dunk anymore, which is hilarious because that was his whole thing. He's he's amazing. Like he is really good. I hope that he gets his off the court stuff in order because he had some trouble with like guns and stuff. He was showing them on live streams. That was a while ago. It seems like I haven't heard anything recently, so he should be good. But they're great. And Denver's Denver. They have Jokic. Look at the two LA teams right here. I'm a Clippers fan, so I this is about where I expected to be. We didn't have Kawhi for the first however many weeks of the season. Lost Paul George over the offseason. We made a few good pickups like Derrick Jones Jr. and Mo Bamba, and we got Nicholas Batum back and that type of stuff. But it's nice to still be in the hunt, I guess. Like obviously I'd rather be up here, but it's still nice to be in that conversation. Because I think we are a good team. I think we're way better than people thought we were going to be. So, that's good. That's how you want to be. I would rather be a 6 seed and exceed expectations than be a 6 seed and be disappointing. So, I like the position that we're in. Do we have a future? No. Did we trade away Shea to get Paul George and now he's an MVP candidate on the Thunder? Yeah, we might have. How old was I? I was in high school. Was I so sad that I honestly cried? Kinda. And I thought, man, we're getting Paul George though. So we lose my favorite player, who was Shea, him and Lou Will. I was like, we lost them, but it's fine because we got Paul George and we're gonna get a ring. And look at us now. Great. So that was the roundup. And here is the scouting report. Okay. So, only 2 games. This is a little sad now. It's so weird predicting like, 16, 14 to 16 games, and then it's like, and now we're down to 2. This has been a really good season though. I've been really happy with, how everything played out. Even though the Steelers were disappointing, it's still been a really entertaining season. So I'll get on to my predictions again. If you want to see Kirby's, I'm going to ask him to put them in the description. So hopefully he does. I'm sure he will. But we'll just start here. Commanders, Eagles. Commanders are in Philly. I would love if the Commanders won this game. Do I think they're going to? I don't. I really think that I think that they'll put up a good fight. But it's just really hard to game plan for Saquon and Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and the really good defense, and they have a really good offensive line. And like Dallas Goedert isn't maybe what he used to be, but he's still a good tight end. What do you do? Like there's nothing to do. So I'm gonna have to take the Eagles. I'm gonna take them 27-24. Like I said, I really hope the Commanders win. I hope that they prove me wrong. Jay and Daniels, he cooks. So let him cook. And please beat the Eagles. Please. That would be awesome. And then Bills at Chiefs. This one is really hard because I think the Bills play better than the Chiefs. But I think the Chiefs are the Chiefs. So it's so hard to not pick the Chiefs here. I really want to pick the Bills. But I just know like what the Chiefs are. And the Chiefs are a team that shouldn't be in the Super Bowl. And they shouldn't win the Super Bowl. And they're probably going to. So, like what do you do? I don't know what you do about Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't even have a great season, but he's the best quarterback in the NFL. That's all it takes. It doesn't matter what your stats are. All that matters is that you get the ball to the right guys at the right time, and that's what he does. Andy Reid, like I said earlier, is an amazing coach. You could give that guy middle schoolers, and he would turn them into an NFL team just the way that he schemes. Like, he's one of the best coaches. I think he's the best coach in the game currently. And I think he's one of the best coaches of all time. So I hate to do it because I don't want to do it. But I'm gonna take the Chiefs here. I'm gonna take them 28-27. I don't really know why I picked that score, but I think it'll be super close. It's just like it's Patrick Mahomes, man. Like, what are you supposed to do? I don't even know. Uh, I'd like to think I'm gonna predict Kirby's score, not the scores, but who he picks. I think he takes the Eagles because I think that's the safe pick. I'm sure he feels the same way as I do. Please, Commanders, pull it out, get a win. That would be huge. I do think he picks the Bills though. I think he's been pretty high on the Bills all year. And he feels the same way about the Chiefs that I do. That they're not playing the best football. Patrick Mahomes is having an off year, but I think he is less confident in their ability than I am. So he probably picked the Bills. That's going to be my guess for Kirby's predictions. Eagles and Bills to the Super Bowl. All right, and now it's time for the roundup. Nothing's happened. We can go on ESPN and look at Justin Fields. Nah, we'll go on here and see. I don't know, like, it's... I just don't think anything's happened yet, really. There's nothing to really talk about. Yeah, Russ was on the Pat McAfee show. He was talking pretty good about the Steelers. I really like Russ. I really do. I think he's a good guy. I'm glad that we have him. It's one of those things. It's like, I love him, and I wouldn't mind if we brought him back, but it depends how much we're paying him. Because at a certain point, whatever we're paying him is not worth it. So if we can get him for, like, super cheap, okay. Like, I think he should be brought back. If it's any more than that, I think we just might have to let him go, which is sad because I really like him. I think he's a good guy. It's just sad. Let's see. Nothing really. No. Like, it's just... Yeah, I guess the Bears were interested in Tomlin. And I don't know if we asked for too much or we just shut them down completely. But I believe they hired the Lions defensive coordinator. Let me see here. No, maybe... Oh, sorry. This is the new Jets coach, though. Kelvin Shepard is... Wait, no. Wait, no, that's their new... I was going to say, that's not his name. What is his name? Am I dumb? Aaron Glenn, thank you. Kelvin Shepard, I don't even know who that is. Aaron Glenn is now the Jets head coach. I guess let me look up. Oops. Bears head coach. Yes, Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator, is the new Bears head coach. Why did I bring this up? Oh, because the Bears wanted Tomlin, or at least they were interested, and I'm pretty sure we kind of shut them down, and then they went and hired Ben Johnson, who will probably do better for them than Tomlin. I was pretty disappointed too. Robert Saleh, I believe, is the new 49ers defensive coordinator. Yes, he is. I was really hoping we would get him because I think he is a terrible head coach, but I think he's a good defensive coordinator. So I was a little bit bummed that we didn't get him, actually. I mean, what do you do? Like, it's okay, but it's just we need to start making moves. It's not the off season, but we need to start getting in that mode. I don't really know. I don't really know what we need to do. I mean, obviously the draft is important. We'll talk about that more, a little bit later on. But we need to start making these coaching decisions now because we need to get rid of our defensive coordinator. Terrell Austin is not cutting it. He's not good. His defensive schemes are bad. And I think that's sort of on Tomlin too, which is why if we did trade or fire Tomlin, which we won't, I wouldn't be super against it because I do really like him. I think he's a good guy, but it's just not working out. Which is sad to say because I was born in 2001. So let's see. I don't know when Bill Cowher was the coach until. I want to say maybe 2007. Let me look up. That's my guess. 2007. Not years old. Let's see. Should be in here. I'm going to guess. Oh, 2006. Okay. I was born in 2004. Did I say 2001 earlier? Or am I making things up? I was born in 2004. So, for 2 years of my life, roughly, Bill Cowher was our head coach. Since then, it's been Tomlin. Tomlin's the only Steelers head coach that I know, that I've ever known. And I don't think we're going to get rid of him, which is fine because I do like him. But it's just like, as someone who's a Steelers fan, it's becoming a little much to be mid and then lose in the playoffs in the first round. So if that's the change that needs to be made, I'm for it. I don't know if that'll result in success. Probably not. But I think if we're going to keep Tomlin, we need to get rid of our defensive coordinator, hire somebody new. I wanted Robert Saleh really bad. I knew we weren't going to get the Lions defensive coordinator because he's way too good to stay a defensive coordinator. I wish we would have kept Brian Flores, and then we could have fired Mike Tomlin and then made Brian Flores the head coach, which would have been awesome. But, what do you do? I don't know. I'm seeing all these coaches get taken off the market, and it's making me a little nervous. At least we don't have to worry about Dallas because they, upgraded their... What did they do? They, upgraded... their offensive coordinator, and he's their head coach. I think. Yeah. He was their offensive coordinator. So now he's their head coach. Whatever. Oh, yeah, Pete Carroll is Las Vegas' new head coach, which is crazy. That guy, to me, is a Seahawk for life. So it's weird seeing him in Vegas. But yeah, what is the Steelers' solution? Nothing. There is no solution. I think the only solution, truly, is to not be very good so that we can hopefully draft. I wouldn't be mad if we traded Pickens. He only has one. Still, give him a new contract and trade him. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't be mad if we traded TJ Watt, which I really hate to say. But it's almost like he's getting older. And he, he's great, obviously. But him being here hasn't resulted in any playoff wins. And of course, without him, we're going to be worse. However, we would be able to work on parts of the team that we really need when our edge rushers are good. Besides him. So just one of those, I hate it. I hate where we're at right now. But, look at this. We're good over here. You know what I mean? We're not incredible. But, if we did trade him to upgrade other spots, I wouldn't be mad. I would be sad because, again, I was born in 2004. So you have to think up until a certain point, I didn't know what was going on. And then even when I started to get into sports, I wasn't super heavy into sports. This football stuff is the last 5 years thing for me. I've been really into it. So TJ's been the cornerstone of our franchise. He's the only one who's truly consistent. You have Minka and you have Cam, obviously. Cam is a close second, but TJ has been our guy. But, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, and it's really sad. Skylar Thompson is a Steeler. I didn't know that. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's what do we do? I don't know. There's nothing to do at the moment. So hopefully Kirby and I can talk about. Maybe I'll talk to him. I'll see if we want to talk about some trades or something next week. Maybe just because nothing's going on. So, maybe we'll discuss that next week. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think that's it for me. So thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, even though it's just me. It's probably a little weird. It was definitely weird to make because I'm not used to talking to myself for half an hour. It's really weird. I'm used to bouncing off a Kirby for an hour and 50 minutes. So this is going to be a short and sweet one. I hope you liked it. Hopefully I'll see you guys next week and we can talk about the Super Bowl, which would be, that'll be a good episode. So tune in. All right. Bye-bye.